Okay, and we're rolling, I believe. Okay, hello again. Welcome back to Talking to the Ferns. Last video did better than I thought it would. It was cool. I got some comments, people talking to me. Thank you, first of all, if you're one of those people. It's awesome. It's cool that I can say things and people can hear them. You know, like I can go online and people watch it, I guess. I mean, we'll see how long I do this. I don't know. It's really cool, so thank you. It's more reception than I anticipated, so that's awesome. I'm same place. I was down the shore last time. Now I'm just on the docks, just a few hundred yards over, and I got a boat blocking the wind here on my left. That's why I'm not farther down. Hopefully the scenery is nice. So depending on how this camera's positioned, I guess we'll see. Today's topic, I wanted to talk about a couple of things. The first thing I think we'll cover is the company we keep. So I've thought about it on and off for a while. And I had a good friend just call me, and I haven't talked to this guy in a long time, and you know, he's just getting into college and everything, and you know, he called me like just to say hi and to ask for advice and stuff on that, and it was nice. It was nice to hear someone's voice that was back home, for sure. I don't call my family enough or my friends back home, so it was good to have someone call me. And this guy, I love this guy. We grew up together, and we have been friends since we were little kids, and it made me think about the company I keep. And I'm very lucky. The people here who are working with me are amazing for the most part, and if I didn't have such good people to work with, I don't think I could make the 12-hour shifts. I'm exhausted. I don't know if you can see it in my eyes, but I am exhausted. I've worked 11, 12 hours every single day this week, almost every single day. It's exhausting, and the people make it possible, and I think they have a large role they play a lot into who we are, I suppose. And yeah, how lucky are we to have good friends, good company? I've learned, especially here, you know, in Alaska, just how important it is to make people feel seen. I think it's easy to get stuck in our own heads and say like, man, it's just me, you know, like, I need friends, I wish people liked me more, I wish this, me. And we forget that other people have these intricate machine just moving gears in their head, just like us. And when you start to explore that and, you know, talk to people, try and make their gears move, and that, it's just a wonderful thing. Connection, talking to people. My mother said this wonderful thing to me, I don't know how long ago, a year and a half ago. We watched this film in a theater, and it was a great movie. It was a Wes Anderson film, and that's not her kind of movie at all. And she still came with me because she's awesome. And we finished the movie, and she said, you know, Daxton, she calls me Dax, so, you know, we'll make the story correct. You know, Dax, I don't think that was my kind of movie, but because I knew you like it, it was easier for me to watch, because I was imagining and I was figuring out why you liked it. And I love this perspective. I love it. It's like, you don't need to watch things with, you know, well, I like it, well, I don't know if it's my thing. It's like, why does that person showing you this video on YouTube, or this movie, or this book, or this song? It's like, It's okay if it's not your vibe. Think about why they love it. What makes their gears turn? And gosh, I think that perspective change, it made a big difference for me. As I'm, making my friends here and learning about them. Just, in my opinion, we should stop looking at people as just these. In a strange way, I think we objectify them. Not in a sexual way, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you look at them and say, this is the way they are. This person, I don't like that person. I don't have that. I just don't, we don't get along. Our personalities don't match. I don't think that's true. I think that maybe you just need a little bit of adapting, Adapt a little bit. Learn the person. I'm not saying change yourself for anyone. Please no. But try to see why other people like them. Try to see why their mother loves them. Which can be difficult sometimes, I know. But I think it gives perspective. And I have friends here that I wouldn't usually make, if it was in a college setting or a normal setting I was comfortable in. But here in this semi-remote lodge, gosh, you're kind of forced to learn to live with them. And if I'm going to live with them, I'm going to try and befriend them. And these people are amazing, and they've got so much to them. You just have to, first of all, be their friend. Second of all, I think leading. I think everyone's a leader. They're all natural leaders. I think it's like a skill. It's a skill, but it can be learned. Learn to let people take the pedestal, and learn to let people talk, and learn to. I don't think we give enough compliments. That's another thing. I think we're in an age, we're all kind of socially, and we forgot that it's okay to just say, hey, I like your coat. I like this. I like this. What a good practice. Like, it can make a big difference in someone's day. I know it makes a big difference in my day when someone says, hey, I appreciate that you did this. That you look like that today. I like the color that you. It's just such a nice thing to say, and it doesn't have to be. I think people think, oh, it's flirty or it's weird. If a person thinks a normal compliment that is made with the pure intent of making someone's day better or making sure they know, like if they look great, tell them they look great. Tell them that their hair looks good that day. I don't know. Then that's the person's problem, not yours. I guess this all kind of wraps around a little bit to let's all be kinder people. I can be mean. I can be really mean and grumpy. And I do this weird thing where even if it's a thing I really want to do, some days I'm like, ugh, I want to sit on my phone, because I think it scares me sometimes, the social part of it. And sometimes people scare me, and sometimes I feel like I don't have any power, so I bite, We should all be nicer. We can all be nicer, I know it. We can all open the door. We can all talk. We can all remember someone's name. That makes a big difference. Calling people their names, like with respect, and helping when you can at your job. Even if your job is like this hellscape, which I understand some days here, it's tough. You're part of a team. And, I know, we don't want to do it. We don't want to work harder for the business sometimes, and that makes sense. But put in the effort. Stay a little longer for your coworkers so they can get off. If you stay till 10:15 on your 10 o'clock shift, that can make their overtime 11 o'clock shift, be at 10:30, and you both get up at 10:30. It's a kind thing to do, and kindness is something I believe the world is short on. This comes back to the other video when I was talking about being kids again. And as kids, we're not afraid to be kind and to say what we feel and to put an effort towards other people. But I think as we grow up, we forget who we are, what we are. We're a social species. Empathy, in my opinion, is a core pillar of who we are. Humanity has survived off empathy for years, and like a long time. It's because people rise up. Doctors, firefighters, policemen. But those are, big, scary roles. It doesn't have to be that either. Mailmen. I don't know. Everybody has a role, and in other people's lives. We should be part of the community you were born into. And I'm not saying small like your little town. I'm saying community as the species. Human beings. I understand that the world is horrifying, and the concept of living is horrifying. It's just scary. I'm not very religious myself, and I understand the fear of death, and the fear of being alone in the universe. First of all, we're not alone. There is billions of people just like me who are just as afraid to leave this conscious space. Today's tea has lemon in it. Lemon, just some green tea. I'm a big tea guy. I love tea. I learned this like a year ago once I guess started drinking more tea. I don't know. I love tea. So you'll see this more, I assume. Putting thought into our social actions and our empathetic ways, I think would be good for everybody. I think, again, it's stuck in our heads, and we just, there's people out there that could really use some kindness, and there's friends to make who are wonderful people, and I could use more kindness. I love when people are nice to me. I know everyone can. And that can look different, some people don't like upfront compliments, and that's okay. Find a way to be kind. Give time. Give a compliment. There's so many ways to give love and to give kindness. I wish I had it with me here, because we have one at the lodge, but my favorite, I don't know, I'm not going to claim favorite because I'm sure it's going to bite me in the butt later, but, and the order is wrong. It's always wrong. The Boy, the Horse, the Fox, and the Mole. I don't know if that order's right, but it's a children's book, and it is amazing. My mother showed it to me. I've seen the film. I love it. It reminds me of this conversation. Reminds me of the start of the book, where the mole asks the boy, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And the boy says, "Kind." Yeah, I think we all. I hope. I want to be kind, and I think that a lot of people do want to be kind. To be seen as a good person, which that's not why we're kind. But subconsciously, maybe. And I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't think there's a problem with feeling rewarded by your kindness. Love and experience the fruits of that. Love and be kind, and notice how people will look at you for help and comfort, and people will be your friend. And of course, some people will never be your friend, and that's not your problem. What is your problem or your more mission maybe. I don't know. A mission. Your mission is just to, even if people aren't kind to you, don't let them take away from you, because you, me, we're all people, and we're all kids. Back to the last video. We're all, gosh. Learn to love, learn to be kind, learn to be a friend. That's today's video. I hope you all have a great night.